All right, it's Thursday, October 16th, just following up on the SPY again. You can see after buying puts on this red bar when it took out the highs of the day and the pre-market highs and then failed, we have continued lower now to the lows of the day, and that was kind of what I thought would be the first step after that failure, and we'll see if we head lower. So again, I'm just being nimble in this environment. I'm scaling out. I bought the 670 puts or rebought them at 435. I just scaled out at 535, a point higher. And now I'm at no risk to see what happens at this inflection point. You know, should we take it out, which I think we will, and come to the close of yesterday. Again, it's a choppy environment. We're just inside of yesterday's bar, so I'm not, there's no strong expectations in terms of, what may develop, other than the fact that we're near the top of a range here, and I'm just sticking with my plan that I outlined days ago to kind of look for failures near the top here for entries and just see what unfolds. We need a 2-down day below the low yesterday in order to really, confirm kind of an actionable signal. If we are inside by the end of today, then we'll discuss what that means going forward for the rest of the week. But anyway, for now, we are getting the follow through from that failure near the highs of the day. So that's good, and maybe it'll develop into a little more. Again, the next target here is kind of these pre-market lows, so that could be a basic gain if you want to take it, or you can watch each 15-minute bar and see kind of if we work to the bottom of yesterday's range, and eventually take it out. You never know for sure. We kind of went down big last week. We've been kind of grinding inside that range. We had a good buy opportunity here I described. I bought some puts here for a basic gain yesterday, a little bit, and then today I've tried twice to buy puts. I had a put here on bar number 2 that I essentially took a very small gain once it didn't follow through. We'll watch for the failure. I bought the puts again. Now we have another, nice trade unfolding possibly, and there's enough volatility for some nice basic gains in this environment, but it's still kind of uncertain as to what unfolds until that weekly chart really closes and we see what happens. It looks like a big green, well, at the moment, a big inside week that's temporarily green. We'll see what happens tomorrow, but it's a tough environment to really make projections. But using intraday structure and using good entries at kind of the right area within this structure offers some shorter term opportunities. So this could be just a failure here to take out the lows of the day. We took out the lows of the day, highs of the day, lows of the day. So that's kind of what's unfolding. Let's see if we get a little follow through from here. It doesn't have to, but if we want to go bar by bar and see if we can turn this short-term trade here into a little a bigger movement to the downside, kind of to the low end of yesterday's range would be nice. You can see again some targets here, the pre-market lows, this little pivot here, that could be an area to take out and then pause before reaching the lows of yesterday if all goes well. But I could also see this kind of just holding here and just like last time, we'll see if a green bar forms and we start working up and taking out this red bar again. But nevertheless, at this point, I could treat it no risk since I scaled out, did get the follow through from that failure up at the highs. And, the context is still tricky in this environment, but, hopefully we'll see if we get a little bit more, the volatility can lead to just slightly bigger gain here on this one. If we kind of hold this area, don't really have a reversal, then we could be heading a little bit lower.